Okay, you guys, so I am filming this episode about a week in advance, so hopefully, cross your fingers, that means that I will have some sales to share with you on the screen as I talk about the items. So without further ado, let's get right into this week's episode of Friday Thrift Finds. Hey guys, it's me, Kay, and you've arrived at my weird little corner of the internet. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller, mostly on eBay and Poshmark. I do occasionally sell on Mercari and Depop when I can actually find time to manually cross-list over there, and I sell locally at an antique mall, also that me and my daughter can travel the world as our time allows. You always see this in the background of my videos. This is the bottom half of my travel gallery wall. I'm very proud of it. I love it. It's been a while since we've added to it, but hopefully that will change this year. But yeah, this is a thrift haul. So in total, I spent about $66. My average cost of goods was $4.67, I believe, if I am remembering that correctly, which is great for me. I love to stay at $5 and under. It's not a lot of stuff, so it won't take too much of your time. But before we get into this week's haul, I wanted to talk about an item that I forgot about from last week's haul where I had all of the African masks because it had broken and it was in a different area of my house so that I could repair it. This is the first time I ever found something from this brand before. I actually found two on this day, but the other one was really badly damaged, so I left it behind. But this is Jim Shore. This one is Heartwood Creek by Jim Shore. He has a very definable style. So if you find one in a thrift store and maybe it's damaged or whatever and you don't end up picking it up, by the way, I'm sorry for the lighting, it's noon here and so the sun is doing all kinds of weird stuff. But if you find one in a thrift store, you can pretty much pick one out in a thrift store or a yard sale, wherever in the future, because they all look pretty much the same. This one's from 2005. It's called He Knows. And it's a double-sided Santa. So the first side is the nice Santa. He's got a sack full of toys. Speaking of which, this little piece at the bottom of the sack is what broke off. So it looks a little shiny because I had to Gorilla Glue it. So that's why I forgot. And the other side is the naughty Santa, and he has a shoe filled with sticks. So double-sided. But because he was previously broken, he was not broken, by the way, when I took him home from the thrift store, but I had a couple mugs in that bag and it must have just knocked this little piece off, and it happened to land inside one of the cups. So I didn't notice until I was going to list everything. Well, actually, I didn't notice until I was about to inventory everything. And so I had put him like on my kitchen counter to fix, and so I forgot him in the haul. So I'm sorry about that. All right, next, since we're talking about last week's haul with all the masks, I found another one. I actually found three on this day, same store as the other ones came from, but this is the only one I took home. I was really upset though because there was one from Kenya, which me and my daughter went there in 2019. This leopard or cheetah head came from Kenya. That was like one of our mementos from that trip. And I was gonna take that one home and add it to this gallery wall, but it was missing two pieces. This one is also got a little flaw, but I did take it home anyway, obviously. This one is from Ghana, same place as a couple of last week's came from. But his eyebrows, this one, the left one, is missing a piece. So if you can see, there's like a metal braided chain and it stops like right here and doesn't complete, but on the other side he has it. So I don't think it's a huge deal, but yeah, I love picking these up. These sell super well for me in my booth. And I did get one other hard good. It's this metal, I think it's supposed to be an antelope. There's no maker's mark or anything on the bottom, but these quirky pieces do really well for me there. And then everything else is either clothing, shoes, and then one plush. Let's talk about the item that I manifested. So if you are new to my channel, at the end of every year, I make a list of 10 brands that I want to manifest for myself in the following year. So for 2022, I have now found with these 4 out of the 10, so I'm almost at 50% completion. and that's really exciting. This was under the category of brands I had found once before and never found again. So this is my second time finding it. And if you follow me on Instagram, it's Passports and Pizza Pies, same as it is here, but there are underscores in between the words. But if you follow me there, then you probably know what I'm about to show you. Otherwise, if you are familiar with this quilted footbed, then you also probably know what brand these are. And this is Birdie's. The other pair that I sold was a taupe loafer, which is what they're really known for. I have never found a sandal. And I don't know if they're more or less desirable. These are a size 9.5, and they have like the little pink and orange fringe. I think these are so cute. They have a little bit of toe wear from being worn, but otherwise they're in really good shape. So I don't know what I can get for these, but I was really excited to find them and cross off another brand from my list. I got three more sorry, pairs of shoes, and they're all sandals because, you know, we're in spring and summer is coming, and that's just what I ended up finding. The shoes at most of my thrifts have been pretty dry for going on like 6+ months, so it was really surprising for me to even find 4 pairs that I wanted to take home. But these are Kate Spade. If you can't tell from the little spade in the bow, these are brand new, never been worn. The style is called the Denise, or D-Nice if you watch that skit.
D-Nice. Is there a D-Nice? If one of y'all says some silly ass name, this whole class is gonna feel my wrath.
And these are a size 10, so a great size. I don't think they're gonna go for a lot, but they were under $5 after my 20% off. This brand I have sold the exact style before in a different color. That pair was navy blue, hello to clove. These are a sickeningly bright yellow color, which may be a great option for spring, but I just don't know if these will do worse or better because of the color. They're a size 8, and the brand is Native. They're super lightweight. They kind of feel like a croc. It's just like a rubber material, and these are a pointed toe Dior flat. I want to say the last pair I sold for around $25, $28. It also has Native here on the back, and I learned this brand from Kathy at Ginger Marvin. And then the last pair of shoes is a brand I've only sold maybe 2 or 3 times before, but it's kind of similar to Birkenstock, and it is Mephisto. These are a size 40. So what's that, like an 8.5, 9? They are black leather, slip-on mule. They do have a little bit of wear on the bottoms, but nothing crazy. And I usually get 40 to 50 for my Mephisto, so I'll have to look and see what the comps are on this style. Don't do what I do. Sometimes I just go through and pick what feels right and don't actually look up comps in the store. So don't come for me. This is a personal find. It is a liquid blue tag, which if you can find vintage liquid blue, like especially so if you find a vintage liquid blue tag Grateful Dead shirt, grab that and run because they are worth a lot of money. This one's not vintage, it's a screen printed tag, but here's what it looks like. Liquid blue. This is an extra large, and this is Jimi Hendrix, the Hendrix Experience. And again, this is just staying for me. If you are not new here, you know that I love me a graphic tee. It's surprising that I'm not wearing one today. I'm just wearing a tie-dye Lululemon tee. This is a vintage tee. I found 2 vintage tees. This one, I don't know what size it is. I'm pretty sure it's an extra large, but the tag looks like this, and it's unreadable to me. But I knew what it was just from looking at it. I knew what it was without seeing the whole shirt and just seeing this part. If you know what this is just by seeing this, comment down below. It's the mountain. It's very on brand for the mountain. It has a Native American on here, as well as some mountain lions, aka cougars, pumas, and I think that's a wolf. face down here, which I didn't even notice earlier, but this is from 1997. All the mountain graphics do have the date on them. Some of them are just really, really hard to read because, you know, like the tie-dye background might be a dark color. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I almost want to keep it, but I'm not. I'm going to list that. And the other one that I got is also from 1997. It's a single stitch. So let me show you that. One single stitch, as the name implies. And this is a Betty Boop tee. She has a USA tank top on. Betty Boop in the flag. And then down here it says the date, 1997. So this one is on an anvil tag, also an extra large. One more graphic tee. This one's not vintage. This is from the Prince Estate. It's hard to read on the screen printed tag. It's a size extra large. And as you probably guessed, it's a Prince tee. It is Purple Rain. I have sold this tee in like a distressed version. It was all slashed and destroyed. It sat for a while, but then eventually sold. But I think because this one's just a regular shirt and not just intentionally destroyed, it might sell a little faster. I did get one under thing. I actually had two in my cart from this same brand, but I put the other one back because it was a little more wash worn than this one is, and this is inside out. So it's a very sheer bralette. The ladies would look very nice in this with a little T back, and the brand might be hard to show because of the tag, but it is Savage X Fenty, aka Rihanna's brand, and this is a size medium. We have one pair of activewear pants, and they are very, very tiny. They're an extra small, but that's fine. Extra small doesn't deter me. These are Athleta, the Elation Velvet Tight. I love finding Athleta with the name of the item underneath. They sell super fast for me usually, and I have trouble keeping them in my stores, which I love. And these are from holiday of 2021. They are like a very raspberry pink velvet, but yeah, very tiny. The tags in here though, they don't look like they were ever washed. So I'm guessing these were probably newer tags, but I will just list them as pre-owned. I got two pairs of jeans and then one plush, and that's it for this video. This brand I don't often pick up because it just doesn't do hot for me, but I actually liked, sorry for the noise of my work computer, but I actually liked this style, so I did grab them. They are Rag & Bone, size 29. They do have the style on the inner tag. I haven't looked it up yet, but they do almost always have the style right here on this tag. These are a darker denim color, which I don't normally like, but they have zippers from like the knee down, which I thought was cool. They are a skinny style, but skinny is still selling for me, just not as well as it used to. And the other pair of jeans, I have talked about this brand a lot. I have it in a lot of my hauls. It is Judy Blue. These are a size 7 or 28, and these are the slim bootcut fit. I didn't think these were gonna comp that well, but they are still within like the normal $30 to $35 range. So I'm happy about these. I love selling this brand. And the last thing is the plush. And this is Sully from Monsters Inc. Cue Boo saying kitty. He is sleeping. He's incredibly soft. He feels like a squishmallow. Here is his tag. I don't know why it's so long. It does have like the Cinderella castle on it, so I don't know if that means he was sold at the Disney parks or what. I haven't really done a lot of research other than to look him up quickly on eBay, and the comps for a pre-owned one of these are 30 to 35, which for me is a good pickup for a plushie. So I'm really excited to get him listed. But yeah, that's everything for this haul. Pretty short. We're under 15 minutes as of right now without any editing. But yeah, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite item is down in the comments below. If you enjoyed it at any point, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out here on YouTube to know what type of content you enjoy seeing from me. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here in my weird little family on the internet, and hope to see you next time. Bye guys.